Hey guys, morning. I hope everyone's having a good day, evening, afternoon, wherever you're beaming in from. And thanks for coming to the live stream. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm using OBS, so I'm using a different thing. I'm not using StreamYard. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I might have to double check, go back on uh, YouTube, and then just see if I've got any sound. If you guys can hear me, just leave a comment or something. I'm also going out to Twitter as well, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But today we're going to talk a little bit about crypto as usual, and just talk about some updates and stuff. Just some thoughts um, on like the current market and everything. Like it's just crypto's forever changing. It's already like what worked 12 months ago. It doesn't work now. Um, and a good example of that is with airdrops. I don't think airdrops are having the same effectiveness that they used to have. Um, Dang it, I'm just trying to see if I can see you guys. Let me hang on a second. Let me have a look. See if I can hear myself on. But yeah, if you can hear me, just leave a comment. Because I'm going to Twitter, but I don't know if I'm seeing myself. Oh yeah, I don't know. I am. Hang on. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I am going to Twitter. Okay. Cool. All right. So I am on Twitter now, and I am on. I should be on YouTube, so I've got sound and everything. Anyway, so cool. So yeah, let's just get into the chart. Just obviously, good time to be buying Bitcoin, and that's pretty obvious, right? Hang on, no, wait. I'm just trying to get rid of these settings. Um, Obviously, a good time to be buying Bitcoin because Bitcoin is down, so it just makes sense to be buying it when it's down. Um, but here we go. 4064, which is a great price to be buying in. Good entry. BNB's under 600 too, so that's also a good entry. And Solana's down, so pretty much the whole market is down. Um, so it's a good time to be buying, actually. You know what's not down is meme coins. Meme coins are just still pumping like crazy, which is kind of like what we're going to talk about. So um, let's just talk quickly about the gummy updates. As far as I know, with the gummy stuff, it's got to they've done the Bybit airdrop, so that's why the price has gone down quite a bit with gummy. And you could be dollar cost averaging this. It just depends on how your conviction with gummy. But I think it's a good long term play, and people are just back up to 4 now. So people are going to dump. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. The airdrop effectiveness. Airdrops just simply don't have the effectiveness that they used to. And Gummy had 30% of their supply allocated to airdrops. So they had like a Bybit airdrop, which is done. They have like the staking airdrop, which is for baked, which is I think is a good idea. And then they had the Bowfin one. They had the bubbles, banter bubbles. So I think now in 2024, now that there's in the beginning of the year, airdrops are good. But like we saw this FUD with ZK Sync. Like ZK Sync was just a complete screw up. I done all the things they needed for me to do, and I got zero airdrop. So I don't know how that come about. And then yet there's people that tracked like brand new wallets that were created on that same day, and they met all the criteria. So it's like obviously an inside job in some cases where they just told people that they knew or friends or whatever, and to do these tasks with a new wallet, and they would get the airdrop. Now the airdrop was worth some people got 100,000 ZK Sync, and now look at the price of ZK Sync's 21 cents. So do the maths. It's like 20K. So it was definitely, people had inside information, and they just told their friends or whatever, the team or whatever, whoever had this information, just said, look, these are the tasks you got to do. And no one knew the task, like, until it was announced, the snapshot was taken, right? So otherwise everyone would just game the system. So yeah, it was just really, really, really bad how that took place. But it just goes to show you that airdrops just aren't effective anymore. They're not as effective because people just like farm the airdrop or do shady shit, and then just farm the shit out of it and then just dump. So that's the problem with airdrops. They don't promote loyalty, and this is the issue that Gummy is currently having, because they had so many airdrops that people are now just taking advantage of the system and just farming the shit out of it. Like, I heard that there was like some story that like someone had like 1,000 browsers open to be farming banter bubbles, or some stupid amount like that, 1,000 or 10,000 browsers open, and they had all different accounts, and they were farming banter bubbles. So yeah, they were just trying to get as many banter bubble points so then they could get the airdrop. So it's not effective anymore. What promotes loyalty with these new projects with airdrops is holding the token. Look, at the end of the day, for the price of the token to go up, people need to hold, and there need to be new buyers coming in, buying up the existing supply. So if people hold their bags and don't sell, it creates buy pressure. So at the end of the day, that is what really matters. Okay, that's what's going to push the price up. And if you have an airdrop, you have to promote that. So how do you promote that? You just have to reward the people that hold or stake the tokens the longest. That's it, period. There's none of this free shit. Maybe some small portion of it, like of spreading awareness with social activities, like retweet and all that sort of stuff, but only a small portion should be given to that. The majority of the airdrop should be to, if you buy this token, you hold it, the longer you hold it, the bigger the airdrop. That's just basically how it's going to be with future airdrops, because then people are invested in it, they've put their money down, and they've got something to lose. And they're the people that are the most loyal because they're holding their bags. And they should only have it where the airdrop, you need to hold your bags for at least a month, you get X amount. 2 months, you get more. 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 12 months, and like the people that hold the longest should get the biggest airdrop, period. Because that's what promotes loyalty, right? If someone's going to hold their bags for 12 months, you bet your ass that they're going to be invested in the project long term. So even when they get the tokens, yeah, they might sell some of them, but they probably won't dump the whole bag. See, so this is what airdrops are going to be in the future, in my opinion. They've got to be done this way, because at the moment it's not working, and it's just creating a lot of FUD on how it's going about. So just bear with me with the screen and stuff, because I'm on OBS and I can't switch that fast, So we are still at our Buddy token. I've done a whole video on Buddy. So yeah, just like, if you want a project that's long term, that you're sick of getting rugged, because most of these pumped up fun ones are rugs, check out our token. This is a long term project. Don't come into this and cheat out, because even though this is a community token and I'm the dev, so I'm not going to rug, but I don't want you guys to come and think that this is a quick fix and just you're going to make some money and then get out. Like, I'd rather you not invest in this. I'd rather you just, if you're willing to come in and go, you know what, I want to park 1 SOL in this, and maybe in about 1 or 2 years time, I'm going to pull out 1,000 SOL. If that's your mindset, then I would love to have you in the community. We would invite you to the community. We've only got a small community of about 60 people, so we're literally doing this organically. And I'm not the boss here, right? I'm just the dev that created the token, and are doing things to promote it. It's a community project, and but at the end of the day, some of that responsibility is on me, and I'm going to do my best to promote the shit out of it for the next however long it takes. I've set lofty goals with this, but I want this to get at least bare minimum 100 million, and I like to take this to 1 billion, like we saw with Billy. Um, this takes off. So, even though Billy took off in 24 hours, literally 24 hours, this is how crazy Billy got. It went to 50 million market cap. It's pulled back to 25 million yesterday. Now it's gone back up to 50 million. So, yeah, let me pull that up. So I think that Billy could do really well, long term. Yeah, it could get to $1 billion market cap. So that's it there. Dex screen is telling me to see if I'm a human. Of course, I'm a human. But yeah, Billy is on the way. It's already 50 million. Went down to 25 yesterday. People that held went back up to 50. So I think that it's pretty rare to get such a coin. Come on. It's pretty rare to get such a coin that gets to that point. Now, obviously, if it gets there really fast, people are going to take profits. It's not showing up on my screen. Sorry, guys. It's just, I like Restream. I think they've got it nailed down, but they don't have software I haven't found software yet that's like StreamYard. StreamYard is the best software, but the problem with StreamYard is it doesn't do multiple. It can't do multiple streaming. But Restream is can do multiple streaming, but you just have to use. It's not a web interface. It's it's just a portal kind of thing that beams it through to Restream first, and then it beams it out to multiple platforms. They need the ultimate software would be like a Restream. Would be like StreamYard. That's all web based, nothing to download, but it does multiple streaming. That is the ultimate. Maybe that's a good business idea. Anyway, I'll have to go to Dex Tools because for some reason Restream just doesn't. Not Dex Tools. Dex Screener just doesn't. It just gives me this bullshit bloody. You're going to interact, blah blah blah. So I'm now on Dex Screener, Dex Tools, which I don't actually like. I like Dex Screener better, but for this in this case because I'm streaming. So there's the perfect picture right there. See, so it mooned. I was in the VC chat, Telegram VC chat with this, and people that got in with one soul, because this was a pumped up fun project. They literally turned it into, one guy turned one soul into 50K, and that was at 20,000. I hope he held, because this went up to 60. I think it'll get to 50 plus 60 million, and then it pulled back to 25. Now it's back up to 50. So this chart is pretty healthy, I think. I think this has, like I said, this is no doubt it's going to go to 100 million, and then could potentially go to a billion. Simply because it's a dog narrative. Dog narratives are evergreen. I've said this before, and that's why I think Buddy is a really good token. Obviously, it's my token that I created, but it's a community token now, and that's why I think Buddy has that potential because of the use case that we just basically, when Billy happened, basically I just said to myself, "Yep, that's absolutely right," because this is this is social proof, not social proof. This is proof of concept proven. We have a dog coin that I created 3 months ago. We just don't have the traction, right? I created this 3 months ago. You go and have a look at the trades. If you go into trades, you can have a look at this. There'll be a link below, a link tree below, and you go and have a look when I created this. I created this 3 months ago, but it just goes to show you that we're on the right track. We just need more people. That's all it is, right? So we're at 30%. But that with this coin, that I'm going to push it, and the community will help us for the next at least minimum 1 to 2 years. There's no projects out there that will do this do this long haul. They just won't, right? Because they just want a quick money and then just get into the next shiny object. But with these, because I've been in so many pump funds, about 400 of them, and literally I made some money with some, but literally all of them dumped, and I'm just sick and tired of these rugs. So that's why I created Buddy, because I'm sick and tired of these pump and dumps, and I just wanted something that I could just sort of plant my flag, and just ride it till keep on building it. And I understand that if you want to get into the hundreds of millions, if not billions, and if you want to become make hundreds and thousands, if not millions, you need to basically stay in something long term. Like you look at Pepe, people that got into Pepe early. You got to look at people that got into Doge early. People that got into Whiff and Bonk. This didn't happen overnight, right? I think Pepe is over a year old. It's 2 years old now, I think. These coins, they take time to get into the billions, multiple billions. Even Whiff, Whiff didn't take that long. Whiff only took less than 6 months, I think. So that happened really quick. That was sudden. But Bonk's been around for a while. Whiff's been around. Look at Shiba. Shiba's been around since 2022, 2021. So those people that made money with Shiba there's a guy. It's called I can't remember his name, but he's on Twitter. He's a Shiba millionaire. He was a mailman. I went to listen to one of his live streams. I'll have to find his handle. But this dude was a mailman, right? And then he told his friends, "Hey, this is it." He bought Shiba. I think he only bought I don't know how much he bought, but it wasn't a lot. And he literally became a millionaire from Shiba Inu. So he was a freaking mailman. That is how life-changing these meme coins can get. But the problem is with these meme coins, especially on Pumped Up Fund, 99% of them rug. And even if they don't rug, and even if they get to DEX, they get to Radium, they all dump. Why? Because there's no community. The community doesn't hold. So that's why, call it fate, call it whatever you want to call it. But some maybe there's something telling me that this is the hard road, but this is the way you build it. This is the way you do it organically. Because I know that there's people that have bought Buddy 3 months ago that are still holding. You know what I'm saying? Now, one day that if we go to 100 million, those people are going to be insanely rich. They're going to be swimming in it, right? So that's what I'm saying. Just find a project that you trust, that you know who's behind it, you know who's not going to rug, and plant your flag and just say, you know what, I'm going to put one soul into this, and I'm just going to forget about it for a year, look at it maybe a year or so after that, and see where we're at. If you can do that, then we know that initially, once we get off Pumped Up Fund, and there'll be jitters, but that's just part of the nature of Pumped Up Fund. It's like a necessary evil. But it'll allow us to build that market cap and then get to Radium. And if you guys hold, then you're going to create so much buy pressure that the people are going to come in and they're going to have to buy it at the top price because you guys aren't cheating. So that's what I'm looking for. A really good solid base of probably 100 to 150 initial buyers, investors in the token now when it's still young. And then when we go to Radium, we just hold. We do not sell. Literally, like I said, just think of this as putting in, 0.5 of a soul or half a soul or a quarter of a soul or 0.1 of a soul or whatever you can afford. Come in, just say, you know what, I'm just going to forget about this. I know it's not going to rug. It's good. The dev is active every day. Well, I try to do live streams every day, almost every day. I kind of sometimes I miss one live stream a week or maybe two, but it's not that often. So, I'm pushing it every day. I've just got to do more stuff and involve the community more. But, it's okay. We're getting there. It's baby steps. And then we'll keep on pushing this. Keep on push, right? We're going to keep on pushing this for the next at least minimum 12 months to 2 years. And then we're going to see where we're at. I think we can literally get to at least 100 million by, 12 months, maybe even more. So think about that. Like, just going back to what I said about these guys here, right? When I was in the actual group for TG with Billy, right? I was listening to what they were saying because there was you know, normies in there. There was whales. There was one guy that has a lot of the supply of Billy, and he was pretty chill. He's like, dude, I have a lot of the supply. I think he had like 7 or 8% of the supply, and he's like, I have a lot of the supply. But he's pretty chilled, and he was just telling, look, he's obviously pretty smart because he's not going to dump his bag because it's just going to kill the rest of his bag. He just said, look, I'm holding, and he said that the potential of it has potential to go to $1 billion. So he was a big player. He understands it. He gets meme coins, right? He understands that if you want to make, like stupid money, life-changing money, Shiba Inu money, Dogecoin money, Pepe money, you got to hold for a long time. So he understands it. He gets it. So this is what we're trying to do with Buddy, right? So one guy put $37 into Billy on pump. It was his last $37. He was like laughing, and it was like 1,400. That was at 20 million market cap. And then there was another guy, like 10 grand up. He's like, oh God, I'm up 10 grand. He'd already sold his seed out, and he was up 10 grand at 20 million. So he was just like, this is all just profit. So, this is the potential, and that was only at 20 million, right? They only put a small amount of money. Like I said, that dude only put in $37. So the bigger this grows, the bigger, you just hold, and the bigger it'll get. So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking for people that won't cheat, that are willing to for the long haul. And the current people that we have in Buddy is people that actually know me, that have known me for a long time, know my YouTube channel because I've had multiple channels, and then know my Facebook. So, but just the normal person on the street, like on the decks, would not know who I am. They would just think this is just another project to ape in and out, but they're sadly wrong. Actually, fortunately, they're wrong because this is not that type of project. So, if you want to get into something long term, that we're talking like a couple of years from now, and put in one soul and cash out potentially 1,000 soul, 2,000 soul. This is the project, okay? We're not going to do this shit for cheeseburger money. Like, I don't understand devs. Why do they do it for cheeseburger money? Like, you still got to put the same effort, right? You still got to build a website. You still got to build the socials. You still got to build like a group of people. That takes time. It takes effort. So why would you cheat for a fucking cheeseburger money? It makes no sense. But that's what these devs do. So it makes no sense to do that. So that's why we're doing it the right way. We're going to do it. It's going to take the long way, but that's the right way. And you literally, at the end of the day, you've got to have a community that holds. That's it, period. If they don't hold, that's it. It's going to fail. And that's why a lot of these pumped up fun ones fail. It's because they don't build a community. See, you've got to build a community first. It's actually the opposite. How to create these coins that do well long term is you've got to build a community first. Because at the end of the day, the community is going to hold, right? The coin's got to hold. So how do they do that? It's from people not selling. So they got to build a community first, build that trust and people that believe in the coin. It makes no sense, but everyone's doing it the opposite way around. So maybe in hindsight, this is a because it's taken so long with Buddy. Maybe in maybe there's just someone like there's a higher thing like saying, you know what, this is going to be the hard road, but this is going to be the right road. Right, you only have to do this once. You don't have to be a dev cheat that builds does this over and over again because they're making their $1,000 or $2,000 and they're cheating. Like, that's a lot of work, right? Why do that? It makes no sense. Just do it once. Do it big. That's what we're going to do it with Buddy. So everything's in place. It's just that we just need to get the people. That's all it is. The people that believe in the project. That's all. And then the people that buy into Buddy, or they got one job, or they got two jobs. One job is first buy the token, whatever they can afford to lose, because this is crypto, guys. We're not, come on, we're adults here, guys. There's no guarantees in this shit, right? And then two, hold. That's it. That's your job. That's all you got to do, right? Obviously, try to get involved with the community and help me push this forward. But I'm going to do my darn best to do that for you. Obviously, I need your help too. I can't do it alone. With multiple people involved, with many people involved, it's going to be able to accelerate this process. Yeah, you can come in and just buy it and do nothing and not be engaged, and then check your wallet in a year's time, and then hopefully you'll have a big ass stack. But if you get involved in the community, it's just going to accelerate that process faster, way faster. So that's what we're trying to do with Buddy. So it is what it is. It's slow, but maybe in hindsight, it's the best way, because I know I'm going to just attract the right people. So if you want to get into Buddy, there'll be a link below. I'll put the link below later, or just go to my socials. You'll find it. Just go to your Crypto Expat, or just click on my other videos. I'll have to update the YouTube stream to put the link in, but you'll find it, and you will. But I don't want people that are going to cheat. So if you're going to come in here, make a quick buck and get out, I'll actually prefer you to not to actually get into Buddy. With all due respect, just take your money. Not that your money's no good. It's just that I just don't want you in this project because you're going to cheat. We don't want those people that are going to cheat. Just go to Dex Tools, get into the next one that's hot and running, and hopefully you make some money, or it rugs on you, right? But you know that you're not going to get that here. So if you're willing to invest some, and you're willing to hold and think long term, and hopefully we can make something really big about this, because this is actually bigger than all of us. This is about dogs and helping dogs. I live in Thailand here, and there's a lot of street dogs, because the laws are different here. Like, dogs can just roam. They don't need owners. There's no dog catchers going around and catching these dogs. They're called soy dogs, or the soy is like street dogs, and there's a lot of them. They don't have owners. They just roam, and then they live on the street. Sometimes they live in packs. Sometimes you see them up in the mountains and stuff. There's like packs of like 5 or 10 together. They sort of live together. They just scrounge the place for rubbish and food or whatever. There's organizations here that help the dogs, and that's kind of like what we want to do. So if we get big enough, we can donate, or I can donate on the behalf of you guys, or we can create a community donation wallet. Everyone puts in like a small amount of soul, and then we can take that money and then we can give it to they've got like Soy Dogs Foundation here. So we can do some of this stuff. All this stuff is going to help dogs, and that's why I created this. But also, it's so this is bigger than us. But also, this is good karma for you, for everyone, right? So it just comes back to you, right? So you wanna be able to give as well. So it's not all about taking, okay? So it's just good karma. It's just how it works, okay? So that's what we're about here. Like, we want to make a ton of money too, but also through that process, we want to help people and also help dogs. Actually, the reverse around. We want to help dogs, and then we want to help people. It depends on how you look at it. So, but in that process, we can help people as well, because people can make a lot of money on this. You know what I mean? So that's the goal here. So if you want to come into Buddy, park one soul or park whatever you can afford to lose, obviously. But this is not a quick flip, and if you're willing to do that and willing to get behind the project, join their Twitter and join their Telegram. Just look for @BuddyTokenSoul on Twitter, and get involved with the community, and just know that I'll be doing these live streams for as long as it takes, right? And that'll probably be for years, promoting BuddyCoin, and that I'm committed to it. All right, so because Buddy is my dog. Buddy is actually my dog. So I'll have to get some actual footage of him and some photos of him, and post it, because then we can use that for meme coins. Actually, it's probably a good idea, and I'll help him push it forward. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to have a look at. Sorry, I can't see your comments on YouTube or Twitter. But if you do that, you can just leave a comment and stuff. and I'll be able to get back to them, obviously. Um, but I'm not really sure how crypto Twitter works with the live streams. I think it just like I know you can hear me, but it's not live kind of thing. But um, yeah, definitely YouTube. I might have to go to YouTube and check and see if I can see any comments because currently I'm using the software and it just it's not the same. I like StreamYard, but it doesn't have multiple. It doesn't have the multiple streaming. That's the problem. Um, but what I'll do is I'll update the details, right? So then you can get like I'll put a link to Buddy Token, so then you guys can check that out. Let's see. Oops. But yeah, I have the yeah. Okay, so I've updated the Buddy Token thing. Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, so it's updated now. You just go and link the description in YouTube, and you'll be able to find it. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me just playlist. Yeah, so I've updated the live stream in YouTube. Sorry, I can't flip screens. It looks boring, but it's because of OBS. It's just I don't know. I just don't think it's the best software. But anyway, it's because I haven't used it a lot. I don't really know how to use it properly. But yeah, so let's have a look here. Just give me a second and I'll see if I got any comments on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. As for Billy, I think that Billy will continue to go up, simply because of the where it's at. It's already at like at 50 million. I think once it gets to this point, like it's at 48 million point five. But once I think it, it's already starting to gain momentum. Now, Billy got listed on 3 more exchanges today. They're only small exchanges, but on their Twitter, you can go and have a look at their Twitter. They announced it. So they're getting on centralized exchanges. That's why, like, this is what happened with WIF, and this is what happened with Bonk and Pepe. Now, obviously, they're on Binance, but once they start to branch out to centralized exchanges, it exposes their reach, and it opens them up to a whole new demographics and a whole new set of buyers and different demographics as well, because there's different exchanges that can't trade in the US, like US traders. You won't find US traders on those exchanges. You'll find different demographics, different geolocations, like in Asia, South Korea, just Europe, just different geolocations. So that's why it's important for these meme coins to get onto, that's if they're successful, obviously, to get onto the centralized exchanges. That's the key to it. So whenever I see, anything like Billy now has the volume on DEX, once I see it branch out to centralized exchanges, I know that it's going to be like potentially become a blue chip meme coin. So blue chip meme coins are things like Doge, Pepe, Bonk, WIF. There's a bunch of I can't think off the bat, but that's kind of like the main ones, right? This is kind of like my category of probably Mega, Brett. These are like the blue chips. Like these are ones that are going to be around at the end of the bull run, and that will survive the bear market, and then they'll come back bouncing back in the next bull cycle. So once it gets into this category, but to get in that category, you've got to be at least like $1 billion market cap plus. So it's at 4 cents now. If this goes to $1, it'll be about $1 billion, because it's 50 million now times 2, that's 10 cents, and then times 10, $1 billion will be $1. So Billy still has potential to do a 25x from now, or a 20x. So there's still plenty of meat in the bone, in my opinion, but it hasn't obviously got there yet. So if it keeps on getting on more centralized exchanges, it has potential to get to $1 billion. But this is not going to happen overnight. This is going to take like 6 to 12 months. So probably longer, maybe. Just depends, and it also depends on the bull cycle too. You know, Bitcoin could hit. I think we've got another year in the bull cycle, at least, because of the halving, simply because of the data on the Bitcoin halving. So, yeah, definitely May, June till next year. Then we might see the bull run start to turn into a bear market. This was my opinion on that. But yeah, so yeah, but Billy was just a good springboard. It was a good kind of like a just rehearsal, pretty much, and kind of like the numbers that we can do. Obviously, we're not going to do those numbers like Billy, like on how fast they did it, but we can do it similar numbers over time. But it just goes to show you that if this is possible with a dog coin that launched on Pump Fun, it is possible for us. It's just this is what is possible. This is happening right now, right? So it is real. It is possible, and it's only at 50 million. So this is, like I said, there's people that got into really early into the Billy, like the amount of money that were made already at 20 million market cap. This is 48 million market cap now. You know what I mean? So those people, they're laughing. So this is what we're looking at here for Buddy. Obviously, it's going to go down a different route. It's not going to happen as quick. But like I said, if you want to get involved, check it out. Links will be below. I don't want people that want to come in the project and cheat. I'd rather you look at this long term and come in with your one soul or whatever, and just plant your flag, pull up your camper van, plant your flag, and just know that this is for the long haul. If you're willing to do that, then I think you're going to be, I'd like to invite you to the community. So that's what we're trying to do with Buddy. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to talk about a little bit about that, as well as the airdrop stuff and Gummy and that. Gummy's coming around. But the airdrops for Baked is going to be at the end of the month, so June the 20th for Baked. Yeah, it's just because of the airdrops and stuff is dumping the coin. So that's the deal with Gummy. So keep on monitoring Billy as well, because I think it can go much, much higher, and I don't think it's too late. But anyway, not financial advice. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys. If you leave us a comment, click anything you can do on the socials with Twitter and YouTube. Just click like, whatever, right? Anything you can do will really help us. Even if you're not in the coin, but you want to support the channel, this will get, even if it's just one more person, right? This will get one more person involved in the community, and then it's another, and then it's another, and then it's another, right? At first, people don't want to invest in it, or it's a grind at first. Like, it's the early investors, this is where the opportunity is, when no one's here. But then all of a sudden now, we eventually grind it out and get to decks, and now all of a sudden everyone wants to get involved. That's just how it works, right? When you go walking past a Chinese restaurant, do you look when you look into it and you see like hardly anyone in there? Do you go in and eat? No. You keep on walking, and then you see the next Chinese restaurant, and there's everyone's there. So which one do you go to? That's right. You always go to the one that's full. It's just social proof, right? Just like Buddy. No one is here at the moment, so you're walking straight past it. But when everyone's here, then you won't walk past it. You'll come and buy. But by then, it's not going to be too late. But you're not going to get the price, the rock bottom price, which is right now. You won't miss the opportunity, but you'll miss a lot of the profit because you didn't buy in early when there was no one here. That's when you buy, when there's no one here. That's the opportunity. So we'll still take you in. We'll still welcome you when there's, thousands of people holding this. But you'll look back and think, I could have bought this when there was only like a small amount of holders. You'd have a fat bag. So I'm just telling you, right? You know that I'm going to be around for a long time. I want to keep on pushing this. I'm not going to cheat on you. And we want to build a community long term. We want to make millionaires with this, and we also want to help dogs. And that's the goal with Buddy Token. So check it out, links below, and appreciate you watching this. And also, if you could like and share anything would help. Like I said, we only need one more investor, and then the next one, and the next one. We're doing this one holder at a time, guys. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and appreciate you guys. Have a good day.